Namaste. Welcome, beautiful souls. Lovely to have you here. So today is a bit of a different day. You can see I'm set up differently. And last week, I began talking about the importance of breath and movement. And today I'm going to continue to talk about breath and movement and to guide you through some gentle movements. And as always, it's really important that you listen to your own body. You know your body and your range of motion the best. The basic principle here is that breath guides movement, always, in every way. And with that principle, we can avoid injury and we can begin to elevate the use of prana in our body. Good morning, Clevis. Namaste. So welcome those of you that are new, just dropping in here, happen to come by this channel. My name is Sadhana, and I've been teaching yoga for many years. And this is a principle that is so under taught, under guided, under cued in yoga classes. And so I am winding up this breath series with perhaps this one, maybe one more class on some gentle movements with breath. And then I will be transitioning and starting a new series, which will build the Pawan Muktasana, really basic hatha yoga practice, which can be done in a variety of ways. And you'll see today from some of the movements that I'm doing that you could do these in a chair, of course. You can do them in bed. You can do them on wherever you are at your desk. Okay. Welcome. I also want to honor the energy of the Leo full moon that is making its presence known and to encourage you all to be open-hearted. However you are seated or lying down, alignment is also very important. So take a moment just to move your body and then bring your shoulders over your hips. If your low back is a little cranky, then that adjustment of pelvic tilt is really important. And if you, let me turn to the side. I have shown you this before. So even in a chair, often you'll find yourself with this big curve in your low back. And so we want to correct that and shift the pelvis forward. If you are lying down, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Raise your hips up ever so slightly. Shift your pelvis forward and then sit down again. This is a constant correction until you build that strength and integrity throughout your whole back body. Shoulders over hips, chin about parallel to the floor. You want to close your eyes and scan your spine. And then come to the breath in the nose, just really soft, gentle breath in the nose. And be aware, do you want to lean forward a little bit? Do you want to lean back a little bit? Next inhale breath, draw your shoulders up to your ears, loop them back. See if you can bring your shoulder blades a little closer together, and this will naturally bring your palms into an open position. This might feel a little bit awkward. And then from here, go ahead, take an inhale breath, then move. Extend your arms. When you feel ready to exhale, begin the exhale and then bring the hands down through the midline. Really press in, press in, press in. Feel this in your chest, feel this in your arms. When you're ready to inhale, inhale first and then guide the movement. Begin the exhale and then release the arms. Let breath guide movement. We're going to bring the arms overhead. Inhale. With your length of breath, exhale. Press in. Going to go forward this time with the inhale breath. Let breath guide movement. And exhale, release. Let all the air come out. And I say that there's a practice as well too, where you intentionally exhale more than you normally would. So you exhale to the point where you may cough. And doing this once a day is not a bad idea. It really does help to clear out the lungs. All right, so we're going to do some gentle neck stretches. And I will mirror your movement. And hopefully the camera is all aligned for doing that. And this may be a millimeter for you. You may be able to come into a deeper range of motions. Take an inhale breath and then gently allow your right ear to move towards your right shoulder. I would suggest closing your eyes. You'll feel some tension in the left side of your neck, and breathe into that tension. You may wish to bring your chin a little closer to your collarbones, micro movements. And imagine you can direct your breath in and out of that point of tension. Be still. You want to feel that your chest is open, your chest is open, your shoulders are still drawing back. Gently breathe in the nose. And if you're congested, a little bit of breathing through the mouth is fine. Now complete the next exhale breath. Inhale and begin to guide the head up. If your head is feeling a little cranky, you can use your hand to guide the head up. Exhale as you land in the center, and then take another full inhale and exhale. And let the dust settle. You haven't done a neck stretch in a while. These can be really intense. Take an inhale breath and then gently go to the other side. Be really forgiving with yourself as well too, and notice how this side is very different from the other side. Close your eyes, direct the energy into any points of tension. Allow gravity to assist. Bring your chin a little closer to your collarbones. Feel the length expand through the right side of your neck. I am open. I am free. I embrace these openings as my body begins to lengthen tissue. Finish your next exhale breath. Begin your inhale and then slowly bring your head up. Again, you may want to guide. Use your fingers. Heads are heavy, really heavy. Take a full inhale and exhale. Next inhale breath, loop your shoulders up. And exhale, draw them back. Inhale, expand your arms out to the side. Exhale. Go in an upward direction this time with the inhale breath, pressing in. and exhale. You can leave your hands on your lap. You may wish to place your fingers on your collarbones. Slowly inhale. Begin to draw your chin in an upward direction, opening up the front of the neck. And as you look up, stretch your mouth, your eyes, open and close your mouth. Perhaps stick out your tongue. Breathing all the while. And then take an inhale breath and slowly exhale. Bring your face, bring your head down. And breathe. Check in with the fullness of your breath. Bring one hand to your belly. Deeply breathing. With the inhale, the belly rises. And with the exhale, the belly moves toward the spine. And if this is still challenging for you, you might want to go back to the video where I focused on abdominal breathing and just work on this a little bit. Okay. All right, so now we're going to work on the feet. And I say work on the feet. We're going to bring awareness and energy and prana into the feet. So you may, if you are on your bed, this will work out well. If you're in a chair, you can do this just fine. So if your feet are on the floor, so dorsiflex means to curl your toes towards you. And then by point, I mean to stretch them away. Okay. We're going to do this with breath. So as you inhale, curl your toes towards you. So you're pressing your heels away. When you're ready to exhale, begin the movement of stretching the feet. Inhale, curl your toes towards you. Press the heels away. When you're ready to exhale, point. And just carry on and do this a few more times. Sending love to your calves and your shins as you do this. Notice if one ankle, one foot is more fatigued than the other. After your next exhale is complete, just relax the feet, relax the legs. Okay. And then we're going to do ankle circles. Okay, so I'm going to go clockwise to start as I'm looking at my feet. And inhale and exhale for one rotation. Inhale and exhale. So the length of your breath will determine the speed of the rotation. Complete the next exhale breath and then go the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When the next exhale is complete, relax the feet. Feel the energy. And as we say in yoga, observe the effects of the practice. Okay. So the same thing with the hands and the shoulders. All of the joints can be moved with the same level of awareness. So you can take your hands out front and do the same thing. You want to inhale and press the heels of your hands away, and exhale, go the other way. Now you have more mobility in your wrists, perhaps. Inhale and exhale. And if it's hard to hold your arms up, then you just do this for as many repetitions as you feel comfortable. And then you'll build. I think for many people, 10 is a lot. So you're going to find a number of repetitions that works for you. Inhale and exhale. And then bring your hands to a neutral position. And with an exhale breath, release your arms. Now for the wrist rotations, you want to put your thumb inside and make a soft fist. And you might want to do this one at a time just to sort of observe what's happening in your wrist. Take your eyes to your wrist and inhale and exhale. Finish an exhale breath and then go the other way. You could also make a note observing mobility, any sensations or clicking, and keep track of that over time. And then release. Other hand, take the thumb inside. When you're ready to inhale, begin the inhale and then the movement. So this is something that I want to challenge you to take outside of this little session today. So when you go up the stairs, do you breathe before you move? And it's not, a big thing. It's just let yourself be guided by breath. Big exhale breath. One more in this direction. When the exhale is complete, then you initiate with an inhale and go the other way. So what tends to happen with twists in the back and so forth is that we move without breathing. And I'll show you in just a second. A couple more rotations with this wrist. We'll do the shoulders before we leave today. We've done that one before. And I can tell I've got less mobility here because my arm is moving more. Ideally, you're just isolating the wrist. One more. Take an inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. Feel your wrists. Feel the prana in your wrists. Okay, so what I'm talking about is these sudden movements that we make when we turn or we go to pick something up, and there's no integrity with movement, no mindfulness whatsoever. So just in your chair now, take a gentle, just begin to inhale, and then just turn. And this whole movement, so it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale. Come back to center. So I want you to find one movement today that you make again and again and again throughout your day. And see if you can bring this principle to that. Okay, I want to say hi. I can see somebody else is in the chat here. Hi, Clara. Welcome. Okay, and then we're going to do the one with the shoulders. So take an inhale breath and exhale. Place your fingers on your shoulders. Now we're going to go back first. So inhale, draw the elbows back. And exhale. This is the exhale. Your elbows may or may not touch. You're going to inhale, draw the shoulder, draw the elbows back. And exhale here. Ideally through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Usually this direction is easier for people. It creates less stress. Now finish the exhale, and then we're going to go forward with the inhale. So breathe first. And with the exhale, you're opening your chest, and you may hear some clicking in your shoulder blades. Exhale, exhale, exhale. When you're ready to inhale, then draw the elbows forward. And exhale. And again, why keep the mouth closed? Do you remember? Finish your next exhale breath. And as you exhale, release your hands to your lap. The answer is to conserve prana. So we want to contain the prana within the body. We want to move efficiently. We don't want to waste energy. Okay. All right. I'm going to scoot forward. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions? Looking for my glasses. Let me know. So yeah, so you can practice all of this anywhere at any point during the day. And what I would suggest is to count the number of rotations. And so maybe you want to start with 5 or 10 and do it at the same time every day. You can do ankles, wrists, shoulders. And with the neck, just be really mindful with the neck. It's very, your head is heavy. And so just guide your movements really slowly and carefully. This sort of mindfulness practice also, I think, is really important when we're driving and we're going somewhere. And you've probably heard me say this before. So when I arrive somewhere in the car, as I land, so I turn off the keys, place both hands on the steering wheel, take an inhale breath and an exhale breath, and then I move. So landing is really important throughout the day, and I did believe I've talked a little bit about grounding. Cleva says, I cannot make the child pose. I am quite stiff. Okay, so that can take some time, and I can show you right now. I've got a little bit of time. I can show you how to modify child's pose so that it might be easier. So let's do that, okay? I love child's pose. So bolsters. Bolsters are so helpful. Whether you have a cylindrical bolster, or you're going to make a blanket roll. If you have a large rectangular bolster, that'll work as well too. And what I suggest now, if your knees are an issue, you can also place a folded blanket on your mat. You can also put I know, and sometimes in some of my classes, what I like to suggest students do is they take their mat and they just fold it like this. So it creates more, it's way softer on the mat. Okay, excuse me, I need to get a blanket or something to show you what I mean. Throw pillows are your best friend, and books or yoga blocks. Okay, now I have no problem sitting back on my heels, but what you can do is put something between your bottom and your heels, and this might be a lot of something. Notice that my knees are also spread wide, they're not together. And I find that this is better position for women. Men like to have their legs a little closer together. You want to bring the bolster up nice and close. And if you have the enough blocks, I mean, this might mean bringing the, you can also put this against the sofa. You know, so you're leaning this up higher. You got this up higher. And then you can come down onto the bolster, onto the floor. And if your forearms don't reach the floor, you may also want to put blankets on the floor. And the idea in this posture is that you do have a rounding and opening of the back, but you want to close your eyes and breathe into the back body. As much as possible, you want to soften the shoulders. And one of the gifts of this practice is to bring awareness to the back and begin to take breath into the kidney area. And you can place a weighted blanket on your back. Close your eyes and breathe into your back body. So what if you can't even get here yet? Well, then there are other options. And I would suggest, so if you're in a chair, you want to sit in your chair and begin to, so let's see, I don't know if I can do this. This is kind of a fly by the seat of my pants, little extra bonus section here. Now, I realize I'm far away from the microphone. You can begin to create in a chair a variation similar to child's pose. And I think what I might do is put lots of blankets here. This is a wood back, so I want to make it nice and cozy. And begin to relax over the back of the chair. So that might be something that you can do. And then the other issue, of course, is in order to be able to sit on your heels and to begin to come into a bent-legged position, the hips need to be opened. So more, you would need to practice hip stretches as well too. So there's a lot to this. And child's pose is super relaxing. It's just like every shape, we need to take time to get into it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for joining me on this series. And I'm going to rename the series, and we will transition into more of a gentle movement practice. And I will start that next week. And let me know how you're doing. And thank you all so much. And hopefully you can go back through these practices and really start to carry this breath awareness into every part of your day. Okay? Thank you all so much. Take good care. Namaste.